You are watching Melody Lane. With me, you're gonna have a great crafting time.
Well, hello there, everyone. It's Holly with Melody Lane Inspired, and we have an update to Design Space, guys. We are seeing the new layers panel and combine in Design Space. There are some different words that you may have not seen before. We are going to go through all of the changes and show you how they work. Yay, I'm so excited to finally share this with you guys. We've been playing with this for a while, and I'm so glad we finally get to share it with you. So we're going to go ahead and get into it and go ahead and go over some of the new terms you may not have seen. Well, you definitely haven't seen in Design Space before. 4 new functions we're going to learn about is unite, subtract, exclude, and intersect. All right, first off, let's go ahead and talk at the top of the layers panel here, and we'll kind of work our way down. Up here we have group and ungroup. Now it's a smart button, so if you have multiple things selected, it's going to automatically know to ungroup it for you. And then if you only have one thing selected and you choose others, go ahead and drag my mouse over these. It's now going to know that I want to group it. Now we also have duplicate and delete up here. And then another difference is, if you see here, you will see that it does not have listed what the action is. So it's not showing you whether it's a cut or a draw. However, you can always see up in the corner over here the operation for the item. What they have added, however, that is really cool, especially when sharing our projects, is over here in the layers group, you can go ahead, double click, and you can go ahead and rename that layer. So you can give it whatever name you want. I would like to use this for letting people know, say we're doing a project and one piece is like acetate. So I'm just going to pretend this piece is acetate. You can go ahead and put it in right there. The people making your project know what exactly material to use there. You can also, if you want to give yourself a note, say you want to remind yourself of the ones that are done in pen or foil, you can go ahead and put the note there, pen, and then you will also still be able to see the action because you can actually edit it in. The first new function we're going to talk about is unite. Unite is going to do basically what you think it means. It's going to join 2 or more things together. So here for my image here, this black piece is all one piece, but I wanted for the Halloween scene, I wanted to add a witch, a cat, a crow, a bat, you know, Halloween things. Go ahead and unite those. I can go ahead and drag my mouse across everything. Or as always, you can go ahead and click each one and hold shift down. But then come over to the combine button down here and then choose unite. There. Now you might be saying, what is the difference between unite and weld? Well, I'll tell you. So now it is united. We can go ahead, go down here, and we can undo unite, or we can merge layers. Now, the cool thing with unite is you can save a project and it's united, and you can go back and change that. Even after it's saved, you can go ahead and undo the unite. However, if you choose merge layers, you won't be able to undo it after saving. So basically you got to think of merge layers is the same as weld, where it's permanent after saving and can't be undone. But you can always have yours united and save and then go back and undo it. So let's go ahead and undo our unite. Now it does not go back to the original colors I had, so it may look like it didn't undo the unite, but if you go ahead and click within it, you can see that these images are actually individual images and no longer united. Okay, so my image is united, but something that's really cool in this is that you can go ahead and grab a separate image without having to undo the unite. So say I want to get the kitty there. Say I want to make the kitty a little bigger. I can go ahead over here, grab on my kitty, and I'm able to go ahead and adjust. And then when I let go, it's going to go back to united and snap back to that. Isn't that cool? Now this image is the same as previous, but I want to show you a difference in something here. So I'm going to go ahead and unite these. Now it looks completely the same as the other image, and I'm going to go ahead and undo unite, but you can always get to undo unite, merge layers, slice, and combine. All those actions you can also get to by right clicking instead of going down to the bottom of the tab there. Now, as you see, it disappeared. So what you want to do to keep that from happening is this black piece back here, the scene, is part of many layers, and I had many hidden layers. Now I have this group too, so I'm going to go ahead and ungroup that. That way I'm just working with the one piece. And I'm going to go ahead and find... Okay, now if we just go to here and try to delete one, it takes the whole thing away. We don't want to delete all of it. Why'd that happen? Well, it's still actually grouped. Even though we ungrouped it from the rest, it is now grouped with the rest of the layers. So I'm going to go ahead and ungroup those. Then I can go ahead and choose the ones that are hidden and just go ahead and delete those. Wrong button there. I just showed it. I don't want to show it. I want it gone. So just go through each one of those and delete the hidden layers. Now when we unite it and say we want to ununite it, it doesn't disappear like it has previously. And that was just by deleting the hidden layers. Next we're going to learn about the function subtract. So subtract is going to be, it's going to remove shapes from your last layer of your selected group. I want to go ahead and I'm making a jack-o'-lantern here, and I'm just using free shapes to make the face. So I'm going to go ahead and I want to cut teeth out of it. So I went ahead and use my rectangles here. I'll go ahead and pull these down where I want. Give them 2 twofers on the top. And let's pull in this one for the bottom. Alright, now I can either hold shift and select each piece or just go ahead and drag my mouse over all of them, which is easier, so I'm definitely going to do that. Go ahead, go down to your combine, and then you're going to hit subtract, and it's going to leave you with just the piece. There we go. Is that not awesome? You no longer have to go through and then delete all the pieces from your cut piece to your layers piece, each piece. It just automatically does it in one step. Especially good when you're dealing with pieces you cut and they have those little tiny pieces. Those can be so hard to click on to delete, but this does it in one step. I'm going to go ahead and pull our jack-o'-lantern smile to here. Now, I want to go ahead and slice through all these pieces. Now, previously with slice, you could only slice through one thing at a time. With this new option, you can go ahead and do multiple. This is grouped, but like I said, it's the last layer of the selected group. So when you choose this, you want to make sure, if I just click on the whole thing, the last one shown is the vine here. So it's not going to cut right. So we can go ahead and show you what that would look like. Now if we subtract with just choosing the group, see, it's just the vine. So that was because that was the last layer selected. So you can either ungroup it and slice through, or just make sure it's the last one selected in the group. So let's look over here. Right now it's all selected. I'm just going to click right on the pumpkin. Now it's technically the last one because it's the only one selected. Then I can go ahead and click on my eyes and mouth. Go ahead and subtract. And there it did it just as I liked. Now you're going to want to go ahead and ungroup that doing that. So you're going to go ahead and want to regroup those if you'd like. Now let's dive into intersect. Now with the intersect function, it is going to keep the overlapping parts of 2 or more shapes. So here we have pumpkins, and we're going to go ahead and put some patterns on the pumpkins, and then the overlapping part of the pumpkins and patterns will be what's left. So I'm going to go ahead and take my pattern, my chevron here, zigzags, whatever you may. I'm going to choose my pumpkin, and I'm going to choose those. Go down to combine, and then choose intersect. And there we go. It left us just the overlapping part. So where it deleted all of the rest. Very cool for patterns. So let's go ahead and do another one. Love me some houndstooth. I'll just go ahead and drag my mouth. Just gonna drag my mouse over both of them. And again, choose intersect. Houndstooth pumpkin. Awesome. Now, I want to go ahead and make that black because I want black and white houndstooth. Go ahead, choose whatever color you want. And there you go. I also wanted to mention that you can go ahead and say you don't like the placement of the pattern and you want to redo it. Just go ahead, click here, click your pumpkin, and you are able to go ahead and pull it. And then once you let it go, it's going to go ahead and intersect for you automatically. And there, because I know sometimes I do it, I'm like, ooh, it's a little bit off. Oh, I wanted to show a little bit more of this. I know I was working with some spider webs and I definitely wanted like the spider web placed right. So that is great for that. So that is the function intersect. Lastly, we're going to talk about the exclude function. Exclude is going to be the exact opposite of intersect. So in intersect, it left us the overlapping parts. Well, in exclude, it's going to only leave the non-overlapping parts. So let's take this little potion here. Okay, I had this grouped. First thing I want to do is ungroup this. Otherwise, it'll make different pieces disappear. I don't want to when I do this. Now that it's ungrouped and I can get just the cauldron and my hocus pocus here, I'm going to go ahead down to combine, and now we're going to exclude. There, now it left the parts that were not overlapping. I'm going to go ahead and send this to the back, and then we have that there. Really cool. You can go ahead and move this. So say you have it there, you don't have to go undo something, move it, place it again. You can literally go ahead and go over here to the words, click on them there. You are able now to go ahead and grab those and you can move them. And it'll just snap to wherever you move it. Pretty neat. Okay, once you choose your words and you want to resize them, you can go ahead and if you need to resize, rescale it, go ahead and do that. Once you let go, it's going to go ahead and snap right through. But now you need to move it over, so you can go ahead and click again. And then this time go ahead and move it to where you want it. So you can't rescale and move it in the same move. You're just going to want to do two separate ones like I did there. Now we'll go ahead and put something in the group by merely just dragging it. So here I have all my Sanderson sisters together. Can you tell I like hocus pocus? But this isn't included in it. Now I could go ahead and group it, but I can also go over here in my panel, go ahead, click on it, and you are going to drag it. And once I let it go, it will go ahead and go into that group. As you can see, Hocus Pocus now became part of the group. And that is everything for the new Cricut Design Space update version 7.19. I, for one, think these are great functions that were added. It helps simplify it in the long run. Way less clicking. This has not rolled out to everyone yet, but will be shortly. I hope you guys enjoy it as much as I have. Like I said, don't be overwhelmed. Just play with it. The undo button is your friend. Now when I go back to the old Design Space, I'm like, this is so much more clicking. I love this new version. Thank you guys for joining us today. I appreciate it. I hope you learned something. I hope I helped you. If you guys have any questions, let us know. Go ahead and give us the like and the subscribe. Check us out on Patreon at patreon.com/melodylane, where we have tons of projects, over 1,100 actually, that you can go ahead and make. And also you get access to our 24/7 craft Zoom. Yes, a craft Zoom, 24 hours a day. You get to be in your house, craft, meet amazing people. We have such good people in there that have developed such good friendships, helped one another, went on vacation with one another. It is a great crafting community. So all of that is available to all of our Patreon supporters. Thank you to all of our supporters. Big shout outs to you guys, our admins, our sponsors. We hope you guys all have a craftastic week. Thanks for joining us and happy crafting, everyone. Bye. Now here's a shout out to a few of our Platinum Plus members on Patreon. Rachel, Shirley, Debbie, Jill, Tara, Teresa, Diana, Connie, Laura, Cheryl, Granny 5, Viola, Barbara, Kathy, Andrea, Monique, Lori, and Ellen. Thank you.